Pisces, welcome. It's Erin Scott here, and I'm back for another art channeling. We're going to tap in and see what images, pictures, forms, shapes, movements are coming through, want to come through in this session, representing your growth edge, your natural evolutionary growth edge for the Pisces archetype over the course of this Aquarius new moon cycle, mid-February to mid-March 2018. Okay, Pisces. Now, I will apologize in advance. It's more likely than not that you're going to hear some noise in the background, so just FYI. So this was a powerful new moon instigation process because we had the partial solar eclipse. So we're starting a new moon monthly cycle, a new 6-month cycle in this eclipse season, and then a new 18-19 year cycle as well with this Aquarian South Node location. So Pisces, grab a cup of tea or a coffee, whatever you'd like. I'm just going to tap in here for a bit. We'll see what comes in and we'll talk about it. And then I'm also going to select a card for you. It is interesting to see kind of the different quality of drawing that comes through for the different signs. Some of them are softer, some of them are more solid and harsher kind of shapes and forms. So, yeah. Because that's also speaking. What is it, Pisces? I hope you're all doing well. The energies do feel different because by the time I'm recording this, the sun has moved into Pisces. And for me, it felt like a very definitive shift in energy, and especially from the intensity that was this kind of what started with Valentine's Day Lent combination, followed by the new moon in Aquarius / partial solar eclipse, and then the Chinese New Year of the Earth Dog starting. As I've told the other signs, I did a video on that. You can tap into that astrology overview and the Chinese Year of the Earth Dog overview on my main page. You can find that video. It's definitely soft and there's soft colors, but I'm definitely not done yet. Something else definitely wants to come through here. Pisces, for you, definitely what I'll say is that there's softer colors. There's the pastel colors. There's the Easter colors. There's the spring colors coming through. Not that they didn't for the other signs, but it was a different quality and a different intensity. For you, it's very soft. I feel like for you, there's soft new beginnings happening during this particular cycle. Natural evolutionary growth for the Pisces archetype. So there's growth happening. We have a horizon line here, so I think that you're seeing in the future. You're looking ahead. I think a lot of people are, by the way. For you, it doesn't feel any different. You're definitely kind of looking at your horizon line. You're looking at your future in your mind's eye. What is it that you want? But the interesting thing is, you have these kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have these kind of, let's say, pods of growth, or these something emerging, but it's not like a stem of a flower. There's almost like some base system here, like almost base leaves, you know, something rooted, almost like a plant, but it's at an angle. It's going at the same angle here. Both of these are going up and to the right, up and to the right. So there's progressive movement forward, and it's going essentially to the right side, which could definitely represent the left brain, because the left brain operates the right side of the body. So what I want to say is, for you, there could be progressive movement forward. And for me, what I see here is with these pods, they're defined, and it's almost like you're discerning packets of logistics that you need to take care of for your future. So bear with me. So both of these are going up and to the right, operated by the left brain. The left brain operates the details of our day. It's the detail-oriented, parts-oriented, identification-oriented, analytic-oriented part of the mind, largely implicated in that function. But these two things going up and to the right is saying to me that you might really be analyzing the details of your reality, of your day-to-day, of your future as well, and you're organizing them, Pisces. These packets too are filled with yellow, which is joyful, optimistic, expansive. It's also representing third chakra, will. So it's almost like you're really discerning, you're identifying and discerning, okay, I want this 3 months out, 6 months out. I'd like to develop these in my life, these aspects of my life. Do I want a home or land eventually? Do I want to live with community? What kind of life is it that I'm wanting to live? What kind of creative work do I want to do in the world? What kind of work do I want to do in the world? Am I ready to detach from the system? So there's organization of your goals, joyful goals. The yellow is really talking about your identified goals, meaning not the collective, not associated with what family wants for you, what society wants for you. This is your identified, or, you know, self-identified, soul print identified goals for yourself. And there's growth. There's movement forward. It's kind of soft. There's a softness to it. So over the course of the cycle, there's movement. Now up here, there's more movement. And because this is kind of coming out of the ground, I feel like these are longer term goals for you that you're identifying, discerning, and actually putting action in to making manifest. Here, there's something that actually leaves. So these are leaves here on this stem. And these are coming up, it's floating, and it's coming up and out. So what does that mean? It means there's some dreams that you want to make manifest and see come to fruition. But for me, what I also see is that there's something that actually does start to land. Now, I will tell you, that's been a common theme for a lot of the signs this month. So there's something that's starting to leaf, which is interesting because we are going to be soon moving into spring. So there is something that is starting to, you're starting to see the fruition of the results. The fruit is not here, Pisces. There's leaves here, but there's no fruit. So again, that's the softness that I'm feeling here. It's almost like there's little hints of growth and movement and manifest reality that's going to come into fruition for you, but not the fruit. You're not bearing fruit quite yet, which is fine. That's just part of the cycle. But there's growth, there's forward looking, there's discerned, planned action. I see you planning this month. What is it that I want? It's almost like, Pisces, that you're grounding your creative and spiritually oriented juice into physical form. And you are dreaming about the results, but you're also starting to see the essence of results. That's what I get. There's a lot of poetry here too. What I get is that there's an artistic element of flow. There's flow here. There's color here. It's soft. So I think that there's a poetry coming through. There's activity coming through. And there's grounded reality being activated. This is also the horizon line with the ground. This is like the grassy ground. So indeed, the discerned actions for your forward movement is grounded. But you still have the dreams. You still have the creative inspirations. This is beautiful, Pisces. So beautiful. So I'm going to pull, as I used to do many, many moons ago for my alchemy scopes, I'm going to go ahead and pull a Carolyn Mace archetype card to identify the core growth edge for you during this portal of time. What is it that you are to mature and evolve? A core element. Let's see what we got. Okay, Pisces. Judge. Very interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So judge is what is asking to be looked at, matured, and evolved. It's wanting to be matured out of offering only destructive criticism and misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. What wants to be matured is balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. I love this for you because it has that discernment. It's a critical card. The judge is criticizing what's happening in the world. I'm getting a lot of chills right now with that too. So what I get, Pisces, is actually what I was saying earlier. There's a grounded, discerned planning of action happening, and there's the imaginal realm activating. You are in the imaginal realm of your consciousness, and you're grounding it into reality. You're making plans. Now, there are a lot of marches and things happening in the world. There's things being planned for defined action in society. And it could very well be that with the judge card coming up, because it brings this new nuance here, that indeed this is about balancing justice and compassion. Pisces imbues the archetype of compassionate seeing, understanding, and acting. It is the source field. And so with that, it's the holistic, immaterial realm of reality. Compassion lives there because we all at the source field are all connected. This is about balancing discerned judgment, seeing what is not in right action, and making associated actions toward justice. You're making plans, defined, discerned, and mature. You're grounding them into action, but the ideas are flowing this month for you. Pisces, love that. So to learn more about my holosynthesis work, you are welcome to go to my website, thealchemyofholism.com. And until next month, I'm sending you much love for your grounding, for your clarity, for your wholeness. And I'll talk to you next month. Bye, Pisces.